So payment reference, contact, email. Please make sure you put the right email address, and contact language, English or whatever language it is that you. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the first time, my name is Jumai Idris. I'm a practicing biomedical scientist in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I got my job directly from the UK. I keep bragging about that. Yes, it's a bragging right. I've made a video on it. You can go ahead and watch it. Go through my channel, you see videos that are very much helpful there. You can go there and have a look. So today, pardon me, I might be looking down a bit. I have with me here a full document on how to answer your visa application questions. So I don't know, this video might be split into two. Let's see how it goes. The first question is application name. It's the applicant details. That's the first section of it here. You provide your name the way it is in your international passport. Do not miss any letter because it's very vital. Please don't make any mistake of missing any letter. Be very careful when filling this form. You don't need to rush. You do not need to rush. You can even call another person to go over it for you, to look at everything, to make sure all the details you provide are correct. Provide your name as it is in your international passport. Then the unique application number is the next thing, which will pop up on its own. GWF number, it's gonna pop up. Passport number, that's your the number in your international passport. Country of nationality, date of birth, gender, date of application, type of visa. Yes, so if you're going for studies, you will see the student visa. You click on it. But if you get a job from your home country, you just click on skilled worker visa. So for the health care personnel, we have health and care visa. So please don't be confused. Health and care visa is under skilled worker visa. So you're gonna click skilled worker visa. Then COS number. COS number is peculiar to people who got job from their home country. So if you get a job from your home country, they will request for your COS number. The COS number is like a number, a document that is given to you, your COS, certificate of sponsorship. So your employer is going to send you that document. It's very vital. You need it to employ and to apply for your visa. So when they send it to you, there's a unique number there. The number starts with a letter. This one starts with C followed by a number. This option it varies. You can go for standard. Standard, that means you are willing to wait for the 15 working days of the visa processing, or whatever it is for the type of visa you're applying for. So they have other options there too. Total fee, it will bring it up once you click on the service option you want. And the submission method, if you don't really know how to fill it, you can go to the visa office. They do fill it for people. Yeah, I think they do. I'm not too sure, but I think they do fill it. So payment reference, contact, email. Please make sure you put the right email address, and contact language, English or whatever language it is that you. So personal information, email address. They're asking again. So you give it travel information, date you plan to arrive in the UK. So just put the estimated date you plan to arrive. You can give it like, if you're applying for standard visa, you can say in 15 working days time, or just an estimated. It doesn't really matter because it'll be 1 or 2 delays, when you're about to start. There could be delay maybe in processing time, or the request for one document or the other, or delay from the recruitment team, here and there. So do you need to obtain permission from the ATS? No. Personal information, given name, that's your name and your middle name. If you have a middle name, you include it as well. Family name, that's your surname. Are you now, or have you ever been known by another name? So I think this If you have, you click yes, and it will give you the option of where you put the name that you were previously known for. If not, you click no. So if you are now married and your name has changed and all sorts, you just you click on yes and put in the former name. Who does this email address belong to? They're asking you of the email address you put before, so of course it's yours. Then click you. Do you have another email address? If you do, you can put it, but in order to avoid any, if you know you have a functional email address, why put 2? That's my own opinion. What is your sex as shown in your passport or travel document? You put in your sex there. What is your relationship status? Are you married, single? Country of nationality, place of birth. The way this information, the way it is in your international passport, make sure it correlates with what you are giving out here, because if it doesn't, it might really stir some suspicions. They might not feel, oh, something is not right here. So please, date of birth exactly the way it is in your international passport. Do you have a valid national identity card? Yes, you do. Yes, you have. National identification card number, NIN. I believe you have NIN too. The number on it, issuing authority, the country that's issuing it to you. Do you currently hold or have you ever had any other nationality? So what I said the other time, if you were born in, for instance, you were born in US, you are a citizen of US automatically. So here this question says, do you hold or have you ever held any other nationality or citizenship? So if you're in that kind of situation, so yes, of course you have. So you would say yes. If not, you would say no. Address, you put your home address, you put your residence address there. Is this address also your correspondence address? If that is the address where you can be contacted or where you are currently, you put yes. But I would really suggest you put one address, because you just have to play safe when you're applying, and you have to be truthful when you're applying for the visa. You don't want any delay, truth be told. How long have you lived at this address? So there are options there. You put 2 years, 4 years. So the least option you put there. If you've not stayed for long, you can put the least. Yes, you can put the least. That's 2 years. If of course you've stayed for 2 years, you put it there. If you've stayed for 5 years, if you've been there your whole life, and the highest number is that is there, the highest number of years that is there, maybe it's possibly 10 years, you can put 10 years. What is the ownership status of your home? I rent it, I own it, I stay with my parents, blah blah blah. That's right. Provide your telephone number. So you give your telephone number starting with your country code. Where do you use this telephone number? So I clicked for use whilst out of the UK. There will be a drop down option for you, so you know which one to click for use when you're outside the UK. Are you able to be contacted by telephone? So you would give option. I actually said I can be contacted by telephone call and text message. That's SMS. I was just making my option open in a way, because I don't know, maybe I would have made a mistake in my email address, and so I was just making my option open in a way. Next section is passport details. That's your international passport details. Passport number or travel document reference, you put it there. Issuing authority. The issuing authority, that's the place where you did your passport, is always written on your international passport. So you see that then issue date, expiry date is on the international passport. So please be careful when you are filling this. Parent details. The next section is your parent details. What is this person's relationship to you? So there's 2 sections for the parent details. That's your father and your mother, of course. So you put their details there. Have they also had the same nationality? Yes. Yes, if it's yes. So the next section is your employment. Previous employment organization. Is it government? You see a drop down box there as well. You've worked in a government organization before, including public or civil administration or non-military, so you click that, or anyone or private. Provide further information. So over here what I did was that I wrote where I did my internship, where I did my service. There's no room for more, there's no room for much write up, so I just included those two. Do you have any family in the UK? So they're trying to know. Please, if you do, you need to be open at this point. Do you know where you'll be staying in the UK? Yes, you do. So some people will be like, I've not gotten accommodation yet, blah blah blah. Where you are going, your school, they could have hostel. Your place of work, the NHS hospital, the hospital that you'll be working with, they would have accommodation as well. So you can just put that pending when you get your own permanent, at least for a month, is still where you will be staying, so you know there. Or if you book Airbnb, you can put it, or if you be staying with a friend or relative, just put the address there. The next one is travel history. Have you been issued with a UK visa in the past 10 years? If you've been issued with a UK visa, or you've been to the UK in the past 10 years, please indicate, say so if you have. Have you ever entered the UK illegally, remain in the UK beyond the validity of your visa or permission to stay, breach the condition? So here it's just like they're trying to ask of any form of illegal details that you may have gone through. Possibly you've stayed, you've overstayed or something. Just please answer, say the right thing, say it the way it is. Please, for either the UK or any other country you have ever been, please, if you have the type that travels a lot, you've ever been to that country, you have ever visited this country, do not forget, please. Refuse the visa, refuse entry at the border, refuse permission to stay, refuse asylum, deported, removed, required to leave, excluded or banned from entry. If you have been in this situation at any point in time, been to another country, please state it. Do not hide anything. Be very transparent with your answers, because all these countries, they have their system linked up together. So you might think, I can go away with this. Forget though, you cannot go away with it. They will track you and get your information, and they can ban you for that if you make any false claim or you lie about something that it's not. They can actually ban you from coming to that country for years or for life. You don't want that, do you? How many times have you visited the following places in the past 10 years? So I put 0 because I've not visited. There's a drop down box so you will see it. So I clicked 0 because I've not. Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, Switzerland, European Economic Area. Do not include travel to UK. Which countries are part of the EU? So they listed the countries that they mean by European Economic Area, such as Austria, Belgium, Malta, Netherlands, and the likes. Have you been to any other countries in the past? No. For me, no. That was why I put no. Next one is other history. In either peace or wartime, have you ever been involved in or suspected of involvement in war crimes, crimes against humanity, or genocide? As I always say, transparency is very important. If you've ever partook or partake, I don't know which one is correct. You guys will shall understand. In any of these, please say yes. If you have, I said no. Have you ever been involved in subtle or encouraged terrorist activities in any country? If you say no and you have ever done it before, don't think they don't know. They will track your info. As I said, they will track your info. Have you ever been a member of or given support to an organization which has been concerned in terrorism? Yes or no? Have you, by any means or medium, expressed views that justify or glorify terrorist violence, or that may encourage others to commit terrorist or other serious criminal acts? Yes or no? Have you ever been a member of or given support to an organization which is or has been concerned with extremism? Extremism, I believe, is something that is, terrible. So you could Google that and see, yes or no. Have you by any means or medium expressed any extremist view? Yes or no? Have you, as a part of your employment or others, undertaken paid or unpaid activity on behalf of a non-UK government which you know to be dangerous to the interests or national security of the UK or its allies? Yes or no? Have you ever engaged in any other activities which might indicate that you may not be considered to be a person of good character? Yes. Is there any other information about character or behavior which you would like to make us aware of? Yes or no? So guys, please always say be transparent with your information. The next section is convictions and other penalties. At any time, have you ever had any of the following in the UK or in another country? A criminal conviction, a penalty for a driving offense, an arrest or a charge for which you are currently on or awaiting trial, a caution, warning, reprimand, or other out of court penalty, a civil court judgment, a civil penalty issued under UK immigration law. So I click no, I have never had any of this. So there's a drop down box, so you would click the one that applied to you. Actually, extra information, if you needed to add more information about your application but we're not able to, you can write it here. So if you have something you feel we are supposed to indicate in your application and it's a drop down box, it's not there, you can put it in this section. But for me, I didn't put anything because there was nothing more to add. So the next section is sponsor. As your sponsor or employer confirmed you are eligible for the health and care visa. So I said in the beginning that for healthcare practitioners that are coming to the UK, we are under health and care visa. So this health and care visa is under the skilled worker visa. So that is the question here. As your sponsor or employer confirmed you. So this way you will see this info in your COS. There's a section where your employer will confirm that, oh yes, this person. There's a section where your employer will confirm that yes, this candidate or employer or this person is eligible for health and care visa. So you will click yes, I can confirm I have checked the eligibility for there's a section you will click. So all this, it's not as if you'll be typing it or writing it out. There's a drop down box, so it's quite easy to fill, but you have to know what you want to fill so you wouldn't make any mistake. That's why I'm making this video. So guys, if you've watched this video to this point and you've not subscribed, I don't know why. What is your sponsor license number shown on your certificate of sponsorship? So on your certificate of sponsorship, there is sponsor license number. It's different from your COS number. Please don't get this wrong. Don't mix it up for anything. Your COS number starts with an alphabet while your sponsor license number starts with a number. In fact, you will see that they write it sponsor license number, COS number is different. Please don't interchange it. Pop in your sponsor license number, it will bring out the name of your trust. So you see, everything is digital, everything, they already have the info, they just want to provide it, so it will link it up to the trust where you are going to do. You have a certificate of sponsorship? Yes, you do. Do you have a certificate of sponsorship reference number? Yes. So there's a section where you provide it. So your certificate of sponsorship reference number is your COS number. So you provide that. What is the title of the job you are coming to the UK to do? So the title of your job, you put it in. I came as biomedical scientist. how much will be paid in Great Britain pounds per year to do this job? So why they are asking this question actually is because the UK have a shortage occupation list. I'm going to make a video about it. Guys, let me even tell you this secret. Do you know that this shortage occupation list, it shows that these people, they can sponsor them from outside the country? Do you know? So if your occupation is on that list, that means they can sponsor you to come over, to come and work for them, just like they did for me. Do you know? So don't worry, just calm down. I got you guys. I'm going to make a video about those occupations on the list so that you will know and start searching. It's not the time you come as a carer, it's not the time you come as a nurse, it's not the time you come as a doctor or something like that, or as a BMS or radiographer. No, there are other occupations that you can search for. There are lists of companies that sponsor. So don't worry, just stick with me on this channel. Just stick. All of me, I just need from you guys just to subscribe, share my video, like it, just engage me. Don't let it be boring for me. Engage me, please. How much? So for the amount, you would see it on the COS. So that is what you should write. They'll put it on your certificate of sponsorship. You put it there. Have you reviewed the guidance on professions that require an overseas criminal record check? Or what they're trying to say is, do you have any certificate or any documents to ascertain that your criminal record has been checked? Which is, I've made a video about how to get, if you're in Nigeria, how to get a police criminal certificate, how to apply, all the process involved and everything. I've made a video about it, so you go and watch it. It will really help. So you say yes. Is your employment in a profession that requires an overseas criminal record check? So here, how you would know is when you go on the UK government website under visa and immigration, you would see visa application, skilled visa application, skilled worker visa application. You click on it, you see all the requirements, all the occupations that are, or you can even Google it to direct you to the UK website directly instead of going through from the home page and everything and start maneuvering. So you can just click on occupations that require or that do not require overseas criminal record check. So my occupation does not require that, because reason being that we have less contact with patients. Unlike nurses and doctors, we do not really see patients that much. So meanwhile, just know that we are there for you. We are the background, we are the oracle. They come and consult us, take care of you guys. So so I put no. Are you applying as a midwife or nurse? No. Is your job with public health on the shortage occupation list? Yes, my job is on the shortage. So you guys, you see now what I was talking about. What is the length of your certificate of sponsorship? Guys, certificate of sponsorship, we have 3 years and 5 years. So if you are given 3 years with your employer, you would be looking at possibly renewing your contract with your employer, renewing your contract in the next 3 years, or you looking for another employer that will sponsor you, that will give you a COS. If not, you may have to leave the UK. So these are the downsides to coming to the UK as a skilled worker visa. I'm going to make a video about that too, guys. Yes, I'm going to make a video about that. So we have 3 years, we have 5 years. So I was given 5 years. So you would put, if you are given 5 years, put more than 3 years, like that. There's a drop down box, right? As a sponsor, agree to certify your maintenance or certificate of sponsorship. What this means, there's a section for maintenance. So when your employer click yes for maintenance, it means that you do not need to provide any proof of fund when you are applying for your visa. But if your employer says no, that means you have to provide proof of fund to the United Kingdom, to the UK visa when you want to apply for your visa at the UKVI office, or the part of the document statement of proof of fund, containing the required amount that they need of you to have in your account at that moment. And this amount must have stayed in your account for at least a month before you can apply for the visa. So just pray. Most employers take yes, so I believe that shouldn't be a problem. English language. If you're applying as a doctor, dentist, blah blah blah, have you passed an English language assessment? Accepted? I said no. Yes. So have you passed an English language assessment accepted by the relevant regulatory professional body as a requirement for registration? I said no. Why I said no is because I am not writing any IELTS or TOEFL. I used UK NARIC. I made a video about UK NARIC, how to go about it, what it means, how we can use it. So I used UK NARIC. I do not need to apply to sit and write any exam. So that was why I clicked on no. Clicked yes. It will bring out another option for me to enter the score I have for each section. So that was why I clicked no, because I didn't sit for any exam. A degree equivalent to a UK bachelor's degree which is taught in English, yes. If you have a research degree, your research must have been done in English. Country your degree was taught in, that's the country where you did your degree, your university degree. What will you, or whatever degree you have, what will you use to prove your degree taught in English? I clicked on degree certificates, yes. Have you provided evidence of your English? No. This question is very tricky. Have you provided evidence of your English? No, not yet. Remember I said no to writing any exam. Have you provided evidence of your English? No. Do you have an English language or literature qualification from a UK school? No. We may have to talk to you about your application. Which English would you prefer to use English? Which language, would you prefer to use English? Education. Do you have an academic PhD? No. Documents. So mandatory document. There's a drop down box of where you would click on the mandatory documents you're expected to provide. So because I did not write any IELTS or TOEFL, I clicked on ECTIS letter. UK NARIC is now called ECTIS. Before it's called UK NARIC, but now it's ECTIS. So I clicked my international passport, the ECTIS letter, the confirmation from ECTIS that your degree was taught in English, certificate of qualification proving English language requirement. So when UK NARIC or ECTIS gives you back all your response to the application that you made, it's going to be like in, I think, 3 sections. So that's what it's written here. So the next stage is payment, guys. The ministry is moving. We're on page 9. Payment, postcode for BRP collection. So what you do is go on Google and check the post office that is nearest to where you're going to and put the postcode there. So that's what you do. Then your BRP collection location, the address of the post office that is closest to where you are going to. Service you want to use for the visa processing. It all depends on you. You will see, when you click, you will see options of different services there. We have standard service, anyone you want to use. So I use standard service. I paid the sum of $569. I really don't know why it's in dollars when I'm paying to the UK government. I don't know, but that's what I paid. Skilled worker visa. Yeah, total $569. Consent. If your application is successful, there will be conditions on your visa or leave to remain. This will include, for example, whether you're able to work in the UK. If you stay in the UK without permission, you can be detained, can be prosecuted, fined, and imprisoned. You can be removed and banned from returning to the UK. You will not be allowed to work, blah blah blah. So I confirm that I understand and accept this condition. So yeah, information you do not have to provide. So they are telling you the information that you do not have to provide. You do not need to prove maintenance because your sponsor is certifying your maintenance. So here is relating back to where they asked if your employer is certifying maintenance and you said yes. So that's why this information is popping up. So if you had said no, then they would have requested for evidence of proof of fund, maybe proof of fund, maybe a bank statement or something. Declaration: by sending this application, you confirm that to the best of your knowledge and belief, the following is correct. And that is it. We've come to the end of the applications, of the process, the way to apply for your UK visa and immigration. So if you have any questions and any worries and anything you want me to ask about, kindly pop it in the comment section below. I would research about it and do it. And if you have any question, just ask me there. I would answer you. I would easily see it. Guys, most times when you send me email, I will respond, but I might not be gingered to go through my email all the time, except I have something an info and a message and info I'm expecting, so I would be triggered to go there and check. But if you drop your message here and I see it, definitely I would see it, because it will give like an alert or sort of to my phone, so I would easily see it and respond. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for sticking around. I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.